and we promote the opportunity. Since it goes for a whole week, we promote the opportunity throughout the school, and we give any student an opportunity to get a pass out of whatever class they have to come down and try to operate. Beyond the engineering students and the electronics students, we seem to be attracting a lot of the broadcast majors, which is not all that surprising, but it surprised me at the time. Something else we do field day at the school. We set up with a local club called the 721st Mechanized Contest Battalion. You may recognize us from our green shirts. We're also the ones that have been promoting all the youth activities, such as the pole climbing robot, the band in the bucket. So we work with a lot of kids already. So we decided to partner with the school. They let us use the athletic field, and we advertise field day within the school. The electronics kids go out, hang up posters all over the school, and we get kids showing up, and they enjoy the weekend there. So that's another way we reach out. Then there's the non-conventional methods, thinking outside the box, I like to say. Again, as hams, we're the original makers. We were the ones building stuff long before making ever became making. So it seems that anyone who has that same mindset, it's a real easy way to pull them into the hobby. First Robotics has been very good to us as far as a fertile ground. We've been able to pull in, like I said, the kids from several years ago that built the pole climbing robot to launch antennas. Seated over there is another ham, Dan, KD2 GVE, and he's just making some last minute wiring changes at a competition. So you just got to think non-traditional. Think of other ways that, other gateways for students. Something new we tried last year, Skillsusa. Has anyone heard of that? Great. So Skillsusa, and I'm going to have Luke talk more about that, but that was another kind of making construction kind of organization. So we figured we would try to branch off into that. And Luke can come up down. There you go.
Hi, I'm Lukas Purasson, KD2 ISB. I've been registered for 1 year. I got my license at Dayton, actually. I'm from Warren County, New Jersey, Powhatan, and I'm a senior at Warren County Technical School for Engineering, and I will be attending Virginia Tech in the fall of 2016. Saw some Hokies out here. So, American industry was and still is the envy of the world. Unfortunately, a problem is growing, and that problem is a skills gap. American industry needs skilled workers, but there are now less and less to be found. The average skilled worker in America is 56 years old, and about 10 million new skilled workers will be needed by 2020. We need new engineers, electricians, welders, etc. Luckily, there is an organization to address this problem called Skillsusa. Some of you might know it formerly as VICA. Skillsusa defines itself as a partnership of, it's not changing on here.
Same problem.
Yeah.
Is there a third grader in the...
Yeah, right?
Clearly not too many hands working at Microsoft.
Okay, let me just exit and start again. Worked for me, didn't it?
Yeah. I screwed up. So Skillsusa defines itself as a partnership of students, teachers, and industry working together to ensure America has a skilled workforce. And I'm a member, and he's a member down there, and that explains the getup. So Skillsusa attempts to fix this problem by providing competitions in students' prospective fields. Some of my favorite ones are welding art up there. That's someone actually welded that together. It's them raising the flag at Iwo Jima. And they have things like costume makeup, 3D printing competitions, and they're all really interesting competitions. Okay, so my competition is called Engineering, Technology, and Design. It's a team of 3, and they create a prototype, and they display it to a team of judges with some sort of display, which is down there. During the presentation, students are judged on their performance as a team, and their prototype itself is judged on things like material selection, use of 3D modeling, aesthetics, and ergonomics. And this was the first time anyone from our school ever did this competition, so we were really unsure of what to expect. Now I'd like to invite Nick up to talk about what we actually did for our competition.
As Lukas said, I am Nick Roschewsk, KD2 HBR, and I'm from White Township, New Jersey, from Warren County, New Jersey. I'm a senior at Warren County Tech, and I'm also in the engineering major, and I plan on attending Worcester Polytech in Worcester, Massachusetts for the fall of 2016. I've been licensed for a little over a year, and I'm a tech currently. Public service was the main goal of this project. When investigating this skills project, we didn't want to redesign anything. We wanted to make something new and innovative that helped the community. We began emailing local nonprofits in our area and seeing if they had any problems or they wanted a specific tool or they had that they couldn't solve on their own. And we emailed places like dog shelters, and we emailed some local emergency services like EMTs and stuff like that. But that didn't really turn up with anything. We found out that simply asking wasn't going to work, and I needed an idea to come to me. At my monthly ham radio meeting, I overheard KP, Kevin Murray in the back, and my father talking. KP was talking about how he struggled at a search and rescue op for that was over 50 miles away from their hometown. The team forgot to bring the base radio and antenna, and they were forced to use relays. And this severely limited the team's range in the already horrible conditions. I asked to attend a meeting to see if I can gather any information, or if we can make a product for them. And he one-upped me, and he gave me the chance to attend a practice op. And that is where that photo comes from. While attending this practice op, we were forced to use relays, and Kevin was our relay, and that's him stuck in the rain, hunkered down in a tree there, and that's me manning the base radio, all comfortable and dry. So I remember Kevin saying how he knew what VICA was, and I had a light bulb moment. What if we could eliminate the use of relays by equipping each member of the search and rescue team with like their own powerful base radio and antenna? I told Kevin about the skills competition, and he was ecstatic, and we began tossing around ideas immediately. And he had some specific requirements, though. So, back to Lukas. Sure. Switch.
A lot of stuff to hold. Yeah. So Kevin Murray, he gave us some requirements for designing our antenna. He wanted to be a twin lead 300 ohm. There you go. Yeah, twin lead 300 ohm J-pole antenna. He wanted it to be able to easily fold into a bag, and he wanted a simple portable design, and he wanted multiple ways of reaching new heights, and it would also have to be very easily reproduced. I designed the folding aspect of the antenna. I went through a lot of ideas when designing it, such as like collapsing together, folding obviously, and snapping together. But I decided on folding because, again, it would fit the theme of being easily reproduced. So the main inspiration for our antenna is tent poles. As you can see there, it's on the left corner. They have a bungee cord in the middle that allows them to stay together when not in use holding up a tent, and that's also what our antenna has. The part I designed is the coupler, I called it. It's down on the bottom left hand, and it simply just keeps the antenna rigid when in use. And now back to Nick.
Okay, thank you. Okay. The next part we have is called the clip connector, which I'm going to describe briefly. The job of the clip connector is to keep the antennas or the base PVC sections together while in the storage form. I got the inspiration for this piece after looking at an extension cord. You see a small notch at the end of an extension cord. After you wrap it around your arm, you just clip it on the end, and then you can hang it up on a hook or something like that. And we took that into consideration when designing this. And there is two on the antenna right now, and one of them clips to the bottom section, the other one clips to the top section. And we also had to focus on versatility. That was very important for this. We had two main ways for versatility. The first was the top cap, which holds the entire antenna inside the assembly, but it also has a small loop on the top, so you can tie a rope to it and throw the rope over a branch and quickly hoist it over a tree, which is very helpful if you're in a search and rescue scenario, which the antenna was made for. And we also have the thread adapter. The thread mount and has standard threads inside of it, which are 3D printed, and it can be placed on a painter's pole or a broomstick for quick ease of use. Now this is available for when having a rope wouldn't be useful. Maybe you're in a parking lot or you're in a more plains area and you need to help find somebody and there's no tree or anything to hoist over. This is perfect to use. And we went through many concepts when designing this. The